So I'll be creating the new material again.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll try to do the automatic reorder point. Okay. So I'm creating the new material here.
Yeah.
And what it is required: purchasing data, MRP, MRP2, MRP3, MRP4 forecasting, and I need general data, then accounting data. Okay, then I'm just entering that store location and the plan. So has this I'm just doing the testing for automatic reorder point. Okay, then I'll be put what it is required, the information and all. I'll just put that. Okay, I'll be using the MRP type is the automatic reorder point. So
Yeah.
might be it is a V or VM, something will be there, so that I can use. So what it is there, automatic reorder point planning is VM. Okay. Can you use
Yeah.
VM or you can use V2 also, external requirements. Okay. Free external requirements, it will be like V2. Can use any of the process. Okay. I'm just using that VM. Okay. I'm not entering that any reorder point or anything here. Okay. I'm just entering that what it is required external, and I'm just putting that external requirement. So I'm not entering that. We have not specified a reorder point. Okay. Not a issue. Just go. I'm just putting all the information what it is required. So I'm not entering the safety stock as well. Okay, I'm not entering the safety stock also here. Okay, let's see how whether system will be creating, checking or not, whether it is creating or not. That I will just check that now. Okay, that'll be what it is required. I'll just enter all this information. Now, to forecast the model we need to use. So, casted model or what model you want to be used. Okay, that you can use. So I just want to be system needs to be find automatic model justification. Okay, and that information which I need to do. Okay, and I can select the initialization. Initialization by system. Okay, I'm not entering the system itself. Initializing the system. Then I'll be go to additional data. So the first time I'm creating the my material, so I need to be entered that the consumption last past 1 year data I need to be entered. So suppose I'm just considering that okay, now I'm just last 60 periods I can enter like that. Okay, so whatever the data which is required, you can enter all the 60 months. So I'll just quickly I'm just entering that all the information what it is required. Okay, so I'll be so let's say here 100. Okay, I'll just 100 or okay 20, okay, 110, 120, 300, 200, 400, 200, 100, 300, 100, 50, 50, 60, 120. Like I'm just entering that all the information. Okay, I'm just entering all the information. I'm just go to can go to this data. Okay, and if anything which is there, then you can run the execute forecast. Okay. So when you run the algorithm for the current period, what you want to be run, it is like it is period values from it is taking the for forecast next 1 year planning it is, and the historical data which is like from last 60 days or so last one year it is taking. Okay, automatic model selection, then execute. Okay, then you can train and sage analysis. It is like what it will be, can run. Then system automatically is calculating that, okay, the next current period is like next to 1 year, like it will be considering the requirement. Okay. Then we can go to MRP1. Yeah, you can see here whatever we entered the data here, it will be displayed here. Then see automatically the system reorder point it is calculated. Okay, and it is automatically calculated the reorder point, and it is calculating automatically the safety stock also, it will be calculated. That means based on the calculation, if it is see 19 is my reorder point, then maybe there is no safety stock was 0. Okay, that means it is must and should be maintained at minimum stock, like so. So the system, like it will be calculating all this reorder point calculation and all based on the our forecast based planning what we entered here. Okay, so there will be a formula, it is there. There is complex formula, it is there. So based on that, the system will be calculating that all these parameters, and it will be checking the reorder point. What is minimum reorder point it is required. Okay, if I suppose I'm just entered here something 2000. So I just entered the very less values, right? I'm just entered the very less values. It is calculating that all the sequence, like where is the 60, where is something which is there. So based on the system, it is calculating. Okay. So based on that, this way the system automatically calculating the reorder point value, automatic reorder point value. Okay, so every month it will be, maybe next month it will be different, and next month it will be different. Like if it is changing, that will be changed automatically. Forecast executives once it is done. So I didn't enter this reorder point, right? It's system automatically calculating the based on the formula. It is calculating that, and it is giving that what reorder point it is like. Okay, so there was a formula will be there. Okay. That formula based on formulas and what you selected here, all these things based on that, the system will be calculated. You can see all these values, okay, and you can go to MRP. Okay, so earlier it is like different, now it is different. So when there is a consumption values was changing, a reorder point value also it will be checking based on that, the system will be calculated. Suppose I just entered that, okay, total suppose I'm just entering that, okay, this was the 250. Okay, or maybe I'll just enter in the top highest values, maybe 10,000, like I will be enter. It's too less, right? Values. So I'll be enter like this one. The first time only you have to be enter the proper values, so what past historical data. So here maybe I'm just corrected values. Okay, too much it is corrected. Okay, so I'll just enter the randomly the values. Okay, but initially itself you need to do. So then I will just executing again. Just enter the X again. Initial X, just enter X here. So you can see the values were changed now based on the forecasting past historical data. It is changing the data. Now it is calculated based on the what averagely it is calculating and it is checking out, and you can see here now the reorder point was the changed, right? So the system automatically calculating the reorder point based on the what consumption values you are entering there. Okay, based on that system will be calculated. Clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Now, when I'm just entering that next time, when I'm running the MD04 for this material, so initially it was not anything, it is not there. There is no stock and all now currently. So if anything which is having the requirement, okay, the system it will be generating that what it will be required. Okay, then it will be created a purchase requisition based on the requirements here. Then you can go to MD04 for this material. Then the system will be generated the requirement, whatever the reorder point it is there, it will be created. Clear? So that means what is the meaning of this one? So if I have the 55,867 in the my stock, that means okay, the current future this month, what are the future requirements are there that I can fulfill. There is no shortage. Okay, clear? Hello, you are there? Hello, is it audible, Ishan? Ram?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is the what we are doing the process. Okay. So any